What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk, along with
Smooth cat.
also we have
So,
that's our boy Tavares. He's an unofficial member of CBT, but we back with another Google Hangout. Tonight's Hangout will consist of HBO pay-per-view main event card, headlined by the trilogy Manny Pacquiao taking on Timothy Bradley for the third time. On the undercard, we have Oscar Valdez taking on Evgeny. I'm gonna flub up his name. Evgeny Gradovich. Also on the undercard, we have hard-hitting two-division champion Arthur Abraham taking on Gilberto Ramirez, the up-and-coming boxer puncher from Mexico, highly touted super middleweight prospect who's putting his undefeated record on the line against the powerful seasoned veteran Abraham. But the first fight, we're going to start off with Valdez and Gradovich. Smooth Cats, what are your thoughts on this potential fight? Do you think it's a tremendous step up for Valdez, or do you think he wins this fight?
Okay, it's a very great step up for him because, as we know, Gradovich is a former world champion, and he also, even in the fights he's lost, he's always right there in the fight. So this is a huge step up. But if anybody can step up to this, it's Oscar Valdez. Like I said on my video a while back about him, my prospects, Oscar Valdez is one of the most complete one of the most complete prospects in the game today. So I expect Valdez to step up to the occasion and to respond accordingly and get a big time unanimous decision over. But Gradovich can't compete with that with everything that Valdez brings to the table.
Okay. What you think? T.
yeah,
What you think about the Oscar Valdez Evgeny Gradovich fight?
man, this is a tricky fight for me, man. I kid you not. I think Valdez, you would think to give the edge to Valdez because he got the momentum and everything else. The Mexican wrestling ain't nothing to play with, bro. This dude can fight. And it's not like he's a shot fighter or anything like that. You know, he's still in the prime of his career. He's gonna come out there with every intention to win this fight. You know, this is Robert Garcia trained fighter. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Robert Garcia trained fighter. At the end of the day, they're durable. So
True.
this is gonna be a very tough fight for Valdez. But I'm still gonna take Valdez by UD, but this is gonna be an exciting fight. It's gonna be a way more exciting fight.
I agree. And in my opinion, hold on, I'm gonna kill this TV now. In my opinion, I think that Gradovich makes up for the lack of skills with his energy, his pressure, his determination, his heart, his volume punching, the way that he, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The way that he comes in the, I'm looking for the word, but I can't. I'm not gonna stay on long on that word. But the way he just approaches, that's what I'm looking for. The way he approaches each and every fight, he approaches it like it's his last big opportunity, like it's his last fight. You can tell that he cherishes every moment in the ring, and that he's a live dog for any guy in the featherweight division or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's not the most talented, but like I said, he's gritty, he's aggressive. He's a volume puncher. He's an intelligent pressure fighter. He moves his head side to side sometimes coming in, so he can make you miss a few shots. Oscar Valdez definitely is the head and shoulders better fighter, talent wise, fundamental wise. But like you said, like Smooth Cat said, this is a big step up because the ones that give you the most trouble outside of really. You could deal with a boxer to a certain extent because you always have that chance to really, catch him. And you can deal with a puncher because if you can take a shot and kind of some punchers or just mentally it aren't advanced past their power. Some of them, not saying all of them, but we done seen plenty of power punchers in the past who can punch, but once they step up or fight somebody who's not gonna bag down and who's better than what they thought, they shut down mentally. But the toughest style to beat, in my opinion, especially for a young fighter, is a experienced veteran who applies pressure, who is not just a pressure fighter but has a tremendous will and heart, great stamina, and is prepared to really go 12 rounds need be to get the job done. So that's what Oscar's gonna have to proceed by and and really be cautious about. He's gonna have to stick to his jab, let his hands go, be active, give angles, fight at a distance that's comfortable for him because you don't want to make this an inside fight, because the body shots are where, along with the pressure, the mental pressure, the physical pressure, just the whole fight. I imagine is just hard. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a guy that's determined and willing to go through hell to get the victory, that's a recipe for disaster. Ask Amir Mom, who is one of the most talented guys in boxing, younger guys, and it just had a brain fart. It's just hard headed, and he learned the hard way. So I want to see Oscar Valdez show that ability to adjust and to fight a disciplined fight, man, and do everything that he's been taught to do, and show us why he's a highly touted prospect on the verge of being a contender. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm probably wrong, man. I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna go with the upset. I think Gradovich, man, he still, like T said, he has a lot left in the tank. I think he's gonna outmuscle and frustrate Valdez and win a close split decision. You know what I'm saying? He might get dropped or he might knock down Valdez. We don't know how it's gonna play out because boxing, like all sports, are tricky. But I'm going with Gradovich split decision upset.
I can't blame you, bro. I can't blame you because I thought about it. I really did think about it.
It's just something about Gradovich, man. I've seen him fight plenty of times.
You can't count that cat out, man. You can't count Gradovich out. This is gonna be a damn good fight, man.
Hey, this fight is gonna steal the show. But see, the thing I'm counting on is that, like I said, Gradovich, he likes to get hit. He gets hit a lot. You're not gonna do that versus Valdez and just like think you're gonna apply the pressure and just come back. It's not gonna work. Valdez is a bigger. He ain't the biggest puncher, but he's a bigger puncher than the guys he's been up against of late. So Valdez, he got a lot of tricks in his book, man. Valdez, this is gonna be the fight that's gonna propel him to becoming a champion at featherweight.
I agree. I don't agree with. I agree with you. Say he'll be a featherweight champion, but not that he's gonna take a bump on the road. I believe Saturday. I'm not wishing it on him. I mean, I like him as a fighter. I just feel like watching Gradovich. I know Billy Dib is not on the level of Valdez, but still, a man who could. I mean, and like you said, I don't think no fighter likes to get hit. Really, it's very few. That's a small percentage, and I'm pretty sure you don't mean that in a literal way. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're saying he don't mind it, but I damn know if he's somebody hitting him with some firepower, he's not gonna like that. But that's just how he is, man. He's just one of those guys he's primed for upset every 2 or 3 fights. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody just primed to get you. And hell, even if he makes Valdez look bad, you know what I'm saying? This fight, I can see them fighting twice. I can see it being a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Just because he young and and Gradovich is just an experience, man. He is just a very good, solid fighter who is just built to last, built for tough, man. Like I said, and I think it's gonna be a good fight. You may be right, but the fight we're about to talk about might be the fight of the night, and that is taking place in the super middleweight division with Arthur Abraham taking on Gilberto Ramirez, and both of these guys got big power. Arthur Abraham is up there in age now. His reflexes aren't what they used to be. His power is still evident, but he's never been an active fighter. I know he's going to try to put on a show because this is going to be his second time, maybe third time fighting in the States. So he definitely wants to put on a show to and send a message to maybe James DeGale, Anthony Andre Dirrell, Badu Jack, anybody out there that's thinking about trying to fight him. He want to show that he still has a lot left in the tank, and that he's not going to be an easy out. So T, what are your thoughts about this fight? Gilberto Ramirez trying to take Arthur Abraham's, what is it, WBA title or WBO super middleweight title? What you think about that?
Yeah.
He's got a good chance, man. He's got a good chance. Ramirez, you know what I like about Ramirez that I like about every fighter? Ramirez uses a jab, man. He uses a jab.
I love it.
He uses a jab to set up his offense. And against a guy like Arthur Abraham, you definitely need that because Arthur Abraham, he's not going to change what he does, bro. He's not going to change what he does. He's going to come in with that high guard. He's going to come behind that high guard, set up 1 or 2 jabs, and then try to take your head off. Now, the thing is Ramirez going to be smart enough to get out the way when he needs to. If he's smart enough to get out the way when he needs to, jab that high guard, a la Dirrell, a la Frotch, you know what I'm saying? Jab that high guard when he needs to. I think we can see a new champ. But that's a big if.
That's because
Ramirez admires his work a lot. I noticed that.
Yep.
He admires his work a lot. And you can't do that against a guy like Abraham. You really can't. But it'll be interesting to see. Right now, I think he'll be smart about it. And I'll take Ramirez. But he can't make too many mistakes.
I'm going to let Smoothcat close this out, so I'm going to go now. I forgot the fight that we seen Ramirez in a while. Like, what was it, last year? He fought on HBO against a guy that he was better than, but it was a tougher fight. Didn't Ramirez get hurt in that fight?
Right.
It was a fight. It was a fight he was dominating early, and then he started to gas out, get hit, and he got hurt. Did he stop the guy though, or did he stop him? I forgot.
I think he got a unanimous decision. He didn't stop him.
Okay. Yeah, but he was hurting him. Both of the guys was hurting each other later on in that fight. But hopefully you would hope and imagine that he grew from that fight a year ago or a year and a half ago, however long it was. I don't think it's 2 years, maybe. But you would hope and think that he would grow from that fight. He has the longer reach. He's much taller. He's youthful, so he still has his full athletic ability, his full reflexes. He's mentally there for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And you're going against a guy who is, I'm not going to say easy to beat, because you got to be a special type of fighter to really beat Abraham, you know what I'm saying? And although I like Ramirez as a fighter, I don't put him in the category of a Ward or of a Dirrell. Guys who really, really dominated, even though Smooth Cat and me argue about domination on the Ward fight, whatever, I give him whatever. It was a good performance.
Ramirez is good, but to say that, right now he may be a top 5 super middleweight, but I don't think he beats a Jack or DeGale right now, or maybe not even a Groves right now.
That's what I think he beats Groves. Maybe I think he beats Groves. Maybe.
But
if you say he a top 5, that's by default, because I can name about a lot of guys better than him.
By default, right now, to me, he's a top 5. But
I don't think so. I'm gonna name 5 guys real quick: Jack, DeGale, both Dirrells, probably Groves, Abraham. The guy Abraham could probably beat Ramirez, Stiglitz, or whatever his name. Martin Murray.
I think Ramirez beats Stiglitz.
Martin Murray beat Ramirez, and he moved up to 168.
Martin Murray did move up, didn't
he? Yeah, he moved up to 168. Who else up there? Them 7 guys right there. I take Stiglitz, whatever his name is, out, but the rest of them, they all beat Ramirez. But that's not to discredit the young guy. No. I think that, I don't know, man. I've never been a fan of Abraham like that, honestly. I've never been a fan. I've never seen what the big fuss about other than power. And you seen when he stepped up in competition, he got that ass beat down. He either quit in the fight against Frotch, where he just refused to fight. You know what I'm saying? And Andre boxed circles around him until whatever you want to call that incident happened in the latter parts of that fight. And then Ward, diffused him by just making it ugly and outboxing him, just whatever.
That's what Ward did. That's exactly what
So,
we did.
like you said, Ramirez cannot admire his work. He needs to be pumping a jab. He needs to fight at a distance, fight tall. Don't fight. Don't get in there fighting stupid. You know what I'm saying? And end up getting knocked out, getting ruined because Abraham still has that power. It might not be as brutally explosive as it was at 160, but it's still evident at 168. But I think that if Ramirez stays behind his jab, like you said, T, those combinations, don't admire his work, get angles, work the body when he can against Abraham, then he'll set himself up for success. But if he goes in thinking that just because I'm the youthful guy, the taller guy, has good power and try to load it up and just try to admire his work, he's gonna end up waking up on the stool and asking in the corner what happened. You know what I'm saying? So Abraham just has to be Abraham. Abraham has to let his hands go. And one thing that always scared me about watching Abraham, for people that fought Abraham, especially in his prime, was that explosive power. Because he would come out of nowhere. You had that high guard, and then boom, he explode with a right hand, a left hook, and you down for the count. So if Abraham can land and land consistently, he should be able to stop him. Oh, damn, I'm torn on this fight. This is a card where I'm really torn.
It's a tough fight. I'm leaning towards Ramirez. I'm leaning towards Ramirez because with the 4 fights that Abraham then had with Stiglitz, man, like a couple of those were like wars. A couple of them were wars. Period. Should they have fought 4 fights? No. But they're keeping money in Germany like that, so it is what it is with that. But
yeah, we talked about that last time.
But this is gonna be this whole card is interesting. Well, at least the undercard to me it's very interesting. But I'm gonna lean towards Ramirez. Something tells me he's gonna break through this fight, right? As long as he works that jab and doesn't admire his work, like I said, I see him having very few problems out of Abraham. But you'll never know. Like you said, Abraham does have that one punch ability, and if he connects 1 or 2 more times, and then Ramirez doesn't know when to get out of the way. He's basically got to get in and out. Use the jab, set yours up, get in there, get out of there. Be smart about it.
Exactly, man. JG, you there?
Well, fellas, I had to put out a couple fires, but I'm here now. I'm here.
Everything good, bro? Everything good to secure? Everybody safe?
Yeah, everybody's safe, man.
Hey, that's all that matters, man. Before we go further into this fight, we're gonna get your thoughts on the opening bout, I believe, that's taking place on the Manny Pacquiao. We already talked about it, broke it down. What are your thoughts on the Oscar Valdez taking on? Don't say the name, T, because I don't want to keep messing up my man's name.
Gradovich.
Yeah, Gradovich.
Gradovich?
Yeah, Gradovich. Who do you think win that fight? I'm picking Gradovich upset split decision. Mike and T going with Valdez by decisions. What are you going with? What do you see this fight playing out? How you see it playing
Honestly,
out?
I'm a little familiar with Gradovich, but I'm not too familiar with Valdez. So I'm going. I honestly don't know.
It's definitely a tough fight, man. Cause that's how I feel. But I feel it like it can be like any other prospect taking a step up against experienced former champions. Like Amir Moon, even though he didn't fight a champion, just a guy that's a pressure fighter who's tough as nails and who can punch a little bit. Gives you a tough fight. So that's why I'm picking Gradovich by I guess it would be a major upset.
You know what? I can't imagine that this being on the undercard, and I mean on a Bob undercard, that this won't be like a good fight. I mean, normally they don't have these type of fights on the Bob undercards. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. And before we go further, we gotta give kudos to Bob Aaron because he put together a solid card for this one. Something that almost will make me hit. He will always make me pay for it, but I can't do it because the main event. I don't want to see that for no $56. But I mean, I'll stream it, and But Smooth Cat, going on to the Abraham Ramirez. What are your thoughts? Break it down real quick. Take your time. We don't want to rush you, but go ahead.
All right, hey, I'm gonna tell you it's like this. It's gonna be it's one of them situations fighter Abraham is, and we know what type of fighter Ramirez is. Ramirez is the type, like Tavares said, he will go behind the jab to set up his punches. But once he starts connecting, he forgets that the jab is what led to all that. But he'll
Mm-hmm.
get to the point where he gets his hideaway and he gets on the inside where his long arms don't help him, and he fights the smaller guy in close quarters, and that's what gets him hit so often. Now, with Arthur Abraham, we know Abraham, he like to put that guard up. After he put the guard up, you jab the guard, you attack the body and things of that sort. You kind of make him come out of the guard a little bit. And he's not as comfortable when he's out of the guard. With this fight is Ramirez in his last fight against Kavician, whatever that guy name is, who it was on HBO Deportes when he was fighting him.
Oh,
But
yeah,
anyways,
he was
like I said, that right. He hit Ramirez a lot because he shocked me how often he was hitting him and how he was hurting him. I'm gonna say this fight is one of the fights where it's kind of easy to say, the young guns should get him in this and that. I'm going with Arthur Abraham TKO in 7 rounds. I think he's gonna catch Ramirez in the exchange, and he gonna put Ramirez down it off.
I can see that. Did I get my prediction? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna get my prediction after John gives his take on it. JG.
I don't know, man. I mean, Arthur Abraham. If this is young Abraham, I think this would be a easier answer. I think that I would.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I said
veteran
that.
experience is making me lean towards him. But I mean, the thing about Ramirez is he's pretty. I mean, from what I've seen, he's pretty easy to hit, even though he's a southpaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that could throw some corks in the equation. He's still pretty easy to hit, and I believe somebody said, he'll give one and take one. Was that was you just said that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, with Abraham, yeah. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna go with split decision, and I feel like Ramirez is the guy that they want to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? The newcomer. So I'm gonna say split decision. Ramirez wins. But don't be surprised if this. Don't be surprised if this is one of those fights where it looks good on paper, but it's kind of a snooze fest where both guys really can't hurt each other. And they're kind of, you know what I'm talking about. Like sometimes fights just end up like that.
Yeah, I know exactly. 2 power punches that we expect a knockout, and then we don't get that knockout, and we like, whoa.
Ramirez is overrated.
Who?
Ramirez's power is a bit overrated.
Probably, but my prediction, I'm gonna go with Ramirez via Bob Arum decision. I mean, shit. I guess they look at him like the next better version of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know what I'm saying? So Bob Arum wins it for Ramirez if he doesn't get knocked out.
That's what they wanted from Jump Street.
Same with Valdez. If he doesn't get knocked out or really, it'll be a Bob Arum decision.
That is the fight that they were angling towards.
Yeah, they wanted Ramirez Chavez Jr. from Jump Street.
I would love to see that fight. Yeah, I did hear about that, but Chavez Jr. not made like his daddy, so we're not gonna talk about him. Give him no time of the day. As John G said, forget these dudes that's on the sideline. So, whatever. Hope his foot get better. But yeah, I'm going with Ramirez for Bob Arum decision if he doesn't get knocked out. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Ramirez by BA.
Yeah, by BA. Same with Valdez. If he's not too bad, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about Bob Arum, man, you can really get your tail beat, and if you his fighter, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to answer no questions because he don't care. So, you ain't got to care. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to ask. You ain't got to say nothing. It was a bad performance. That's it. Look at Tim Bradley. He was fortunate to get the victory over Manny Pacquiao in the first fight, even though, he decided to answer the question. Bob Arum didn't care for real. He said what people wanted him to say. Oh, they robbed Pacquiao. But he was winning regardless because, it wasn't like Pacquiao got knocked out. and both of them was his fighters, so he making money off both of them, so it don't even matter to him. So, if you're a Bob Arum fighter, you ain't got to answer to nobody but Bob. That's it. You got to fight nobody. But and on to the main event. The unnecessary trilogy bout between Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, future Hall of Famer, taking on the Desert Storm Timothy Bradley, also a future Hall of Famer. Manny Pacquiao, they split this series 1-1, 2-0, depends on who you're talking to and when you're talking to him. But we get this fight this Saturday. I think all of us would agree that it's unnecessary, unwarranted. Nobody really wants to see this fight, but when you have two great fighters, you got to give them that. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave so much to the sport, so you check it out however you can. And JG, we're gonna let you start off because you got a very bold prediction and valid reason why you picking the way you picking. So go on, educate the people on why you going with whoever you going
Yes,
with.
sir. Hey
Go
T,
ahead.
I'm just gonna let you know you're gonna probably think I'm crazy. You're gonna probably think I'm crazy, T, but I think that Timothy Bradley's gonna win by RTD, probably like round 7. Pacquiao's gonna get stopped. Why do I think that? The man just went under the knife, and his first fight back after almost a year layoff is Tim Bradley, a guy who's not gonna shy away from hitting that shoulder. And whether or not you believe that real shoulder injury or not, the guy went under the knife for that shoulder surgery anyway. So people can say he's been training and doing all this type of stuff, but you never really know until you get in there for a real fight. And Tim Bradley gave him hell the first 2 times. Even though Pacquiao probably won both, Tim Bradley's gonna keep coming. He's gotten even better with his technique, a little bit more sound. He's not wasting punches. He's definitely going to go after that shoulder. And there's already that mental block there. Even if it was an excuse before, you have laid the groundwork to use that as an excuse. So, for my opinion, I think that Tim Bradley's going to come out. He's going to look good. And I think that Pacquiao, they're probably going to call a fight and say his shoulder wasn't responding like they thought it would.
Thus, what else you say? Now, go finish that, and thus that being what else it is, JG. It ain't just he gonna I ain't gonna say quit, but what else you think gonna happen? After the fight, what else you think of Pacquiao?
I think it's gonna be Pacquiao's last fight for real. I think it's gonna be his last fight. Now, people can kill me after this if it's not true. But I think that if Manny Pacquiao is stopped, he's going to stop regardless.
Yep, pretty much. Smooth cat.
You know what? Kind of like I was saying, the element of having Teddy Atlas there is really what brings the extra intrigue to this fight. But I pretty much feel in the first 2 fights we saw who the better fighter was between these two. True, Pacquiao is coming off this hiatus ever since the loss to Mayweather. I think I got Pacquiao beating Bradley again. This time it'll be a closer affair, like a 115, 113 on all the cards. I feel that Pacquiao is just he's just a fighter. And I like Bradley a lot, and I really do. I think that, kind of like JG mentioned, that Bradley's not going to be wasting a lot of punches, but it's not going to shock me with him targeting that shoulder. But I think Pacquiao is waiting on that, and Pacquiao is gonna pull it out in his fashion, and this will be his swan song, unless he gets the urge to fight Terrence Crawford.
Okay. So we split right so far. 1-1. JG from Bradley KO 7 round or Art whatever retired whatever you gonna do. My smooth cat decision for Pacquiao T.
Unlike most people, I actually did have Bradley winning the first fight. I looked at that fight just like I looked at every fight, round by round. And when it came round by round, I had Bradley winning more rounds than Pacquiao. Bradley might have not landed the harder punches, but he landed more punches in that first fight.
He was.
And that's why I gave Bradley that first fight. And the controversy behind it, I mean, yeah, because like I said, Pacquiao, he landed the harder punches in the fight, the more telling punches. But he didn't land the most punches round by round in that fight. So that's why, like I said, I always said that Bradley won that first fight. Second fight was no-brainer Pacquiao. No-brainer Pacquiao. This fight, unnecessary. I really can care less about this fight. I'm not going to lie. I really, really can care less about this fight. But if I had to choose, then I would go Pacquiao. I will go Pacquiao. He's going to be the harder puncher. He's going to be the more active fighter. Bradley, I mean, can Bradley do anything or throw anything that really affects Pacquiao? I mean, honestly, ask yourself, can you do anything or throw anything that really will affect Pacquiao? You know,
Go ahead, finish up.
I think we're going to see Pacquiao 8 rounds to 4 Pacquiao. I'm gonna go with that.
Man, y'all might be right with the Pacquiao decision. Y'all might be right. But I ain't trying to hear all that. And I say that because I'm expecting Tim Bradley. If you're listening to Timothy Bradley, I'm expecting you to fight like the guy that fought Rios to a certain extent. The guy that fought Marquez to the whole extent. The guy that fought Jesse Vargas early in that fight. You know, I expect you to fight like the Timothy fight you are. I don't need you to be trying to. You didn't prove this to have the heart of a lion, the heart of a champion, the grit, determination, everything you would love to see in fight. You proving it. Now it's time for you to prove that against your ultimate foe, your rival in your career, that you can stick to the game plan and use those boxing skills that you were blessed with. No more brawling, no more winging stupid shots. Do what you gotta do, and you know, just be the fighter that you are, that you're capable of being. With that being said, I got Timothy Bradley by unanimous decision. He may knock Pacquiao down. I'm not counting on that, but who knows? I think he's smart. He's intelligent to fight this fight. Sticks behind his jab, lets his hands go. He's more active and accurate in this fight. He's the better skill fighter, but it's about these fighters that he faces makes him have brain fart go full on. But Saturday night, I expect him to completely dominate. I'm hearing myself echoing, bro. I expected the Turks to dominate 9-3, 10-2. Total shocking, I guess. And that's my prediction. JG.
What's up?
All right, man. This is your segment right here. We on to the card that everybody most excited about.
Woo!
And it's not no way we talking about heavyweights. We talking about top prospect. We talking about American champion or whatever you want, a title, whatever you want to categorize him. We talking about Charles Martin heading over to London, take on Olympic gold medalist winner in the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua, 15-0, 15 knockouts. Charles Martin, I believe 23-0. 23 knockouts or something. He had a lot of knockouts. Both guys are tall. Both guys are powerful. JG, go and take it out. Go and start the breakdown because we about to go in on this subject. Start it off.
Let me tell you something, man. I watched I believe the documentary, was it Gloves Off or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah, I watched the documentary, man. You could just tell, man, like it's so much at stake. Like, I mean, like a lot of people, like I can't tell you the last time I really saw this much at stake for two young fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like both these guys, like if you look at the heavyweight division right now, the way it is, if you lose, your climb back up that mountain is going to be that much harder because it's about maybe 10 guys that have a legit chance to solidify being the top heavyweight. So, I mean, I think that both these guys really know what's at stake. I think Martin knows that if he loses this belt, you know what I'm saying, being an American champion, like it's really gonna be a tough road ahead. And I think that Joshua knows that if he loses, he's gonna be called that hype job. You seen what happened to David Price, man. You
With
seen
no
what
chin.
happened to him.
Yep.
You see,
Right.
and he hasn't been back since. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about 10 guys, and he's not even in the picture. So I think that both guys know what's at stake, and I look forward to it, man. You want me to break down what I think is going to happen?
Whatever you want to do, however you want to start. You want to get some keys to victory, you can break it down. Something you're looking for is however you want to roll with it, man.
All right, keys to victory, man. Charles Martin. I'm going to start with him. I think that Charles Martin is going to have to make Anthony Joshua very uncomfortable in there. Like you can't allow like he's gonna have to do something that I don't think he can do, but he's gonna have to win the battle of footwork. He's not gonna he can't allow Joshua to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like lead with that front foot. He can't allow him to do that because
Mm-hmm.
because if Joshua can lead with that front foot, he pretty much dictates everything in that ring. So what Martin's gonna have to do is he's gonna have to make him very uncomfortable. Maybe tie him up a little bit. He's gonna have to jab, little tricks of the trade, stuff that maybe Joshua hasn't seen before. Like because he hasn't gotten many rounds, and even though he has 15 fights, he hasn't gotten many rounds in. So, I mean, and his last fight was probably his longest fight. So you gotta make him very uncomfortable. Don't take too many risks, and look to land a straight left. You're a southpaw, so against a conventional fighter, that's what's going to be there for you. So he can't be lazy with his jab, though. He can't be lazy with his jab. His jab's actually going to have to be a little bit on. It's going to have to be stern for him to win. For Joshua, like I was saying, he's just going to have to try and dictate the pace with that front foot and pretty much, put Martin in situations where he can't get the amount of distance he needs to get that straight left off. So, and I mean, really, Joshua just needs to be Joshua and not get flustered and realize that, this is a heavyweight champion, whether we believe he's a real champion or not. So you have to respect that, but at the same time, you got to go take the fight to the champ. And you're going to have the crowd behind you. So, pretty much just be Anthony Joshua, what you've been doing the last 15 fights. And my prediction is I think that Anthony Joshua is going to land a right probably over one of those lazy, flimsy jabs that Martin throws. It's probably going to hurt him, probably finish him. I think that it's going to be a 10-round TKO for Anthony Joshua.
All right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna let everybody else, T and Smook here go after because I was listening to JG. He said some interesting things about Martin being a southpaw and this being his first southpaw Anthony Joshua faced. And although I still think Martin is going to present some challenges because, like I said, he's 6'5". I believe his power is legit. I was watching this fight with Glasgow, and you could tell early he started to kind of take some of the hope or the confidence away from Glasgow when he landed. His jab was powerful that night, even though it was a short night. It was powerful, and he kind of countered at times with the straight left. And I think this is the perfect fight for Joshua to definitely win his first title because both guys are on even playing fields in terms of experience. Now, if this was like a Tony Thompson, a little younger version of Tony Thompson going against Anthony Joshua, who knows the tricks of the trade, how to get dirty, step on your feet, do rough house tactics, I would agree with you saying try that. I mean, I would expect him to be, successful. And I'm not saying don't try to be Martin, but he's, he hasn't faced a guy this tall, this big, who's talented. He's fought guys probably 6'6", 6'7", but they don't possess the power, the technique, the fundamentals, the experience, the amateur pedigree, Olympic pedigree of Anthony Joshua. So, yeah, that's good that he's a southpaw, but he's really not an experience against quality guys, you know what I'm saying, other than Glasgow. And in my opinion, Glasgow lost to Stephen Cunningham, and he was fortunate to get a decision in that fight. But I think that Martin's power is good, is legit, and I think that he will trouble Joshua because even though this is this is Martin defending in Joshua's backyard, he still fought for the title once, so he's not gonna be as nervous as Joshua is trying to impress his hometown people in his first title fight with all the backing from Eddie Hearn and everybody, not even just in the UK, but American fighters, American fans, Mexican fans, whoever it is that support him. We see that he could be a special fighter. He has a lot of pressure going on in this fight, and I think that early he's going to have to calm those nerves, stay behind his jab, and just pretty much do everything that we're accustomed to seeing him do up until this point, and just fight a smart fight, and just do everything like you said, just be Anthony Joshua. So I got Anthony Joshua winning via 7th-round KO. I think that Martin gonna get to throwing those looping right hands. He gonna get caught with something big, whether it's a right hand, left hook, uppercut, or something. He gonna go down for the count. But I think he'll give Joshua some trouble early on in the fight. But I think Joshua wins the IBF title in the 7th round with a one punch or a brutal KO stoppage and a great performance.
Is it me?
Yeah, till you go.
Oh man, I got so much to say about this fight here, man. I meant to do a video to break it down, which I'm probably still gonna do before Friday or whatever, and basically give my reason. I'm not gonna give out too much right here, but I'm going Charles Martin TKO 7th round. I'm going Charles Martin for the upset. And here's the thing about it. To me, what I'm saying right now is not an upset. It's not an upset. This is a closer fight than what people are giving credit to, if you ask me. Way closer fight than what people are giving credit for. I mean, don't get me wrong. Joshua has the pedigree. Martin has the experience. If you ask me, Martin has how many fights again?
He got like 7 or 8 more, I believe. Let me look it up.
He's got more fights. He's got more rounds. I mean, if you look at Joshua's opponents, Dillian White was coming off a year layoff when he fought Joshua. I think it was like a year layoff or whatever. And before that, who was it? I think it was Kingpin Johnson. Which Kingpin Johnson was put in there to get knocked out by Joshua. That was the whole selling point of the fight, that Kingpin Johnson has never been stopped. Let's not forget that. But Joshua's still a domestic fighter. He's still a domestic fighter.
Charles Martin has 24 fights, so he has 9 more fights than Joshua got out. 21 by KO. Yeah, he 29. So
the thing about it is, not only is Martin, a southpaw, which I don't think that's gonna be I don't think that's gonna be a problem for people. Well, for Joshua, that people make it out to be. I don't think that's gonna be the problem. The problem for Joshua, to me, is gonna be Martin's feet. Martin can move in there, man, and Martin can throw punches at some weird ass angles, man. And that's why I predict by the 7th round, Joshua's gonna get hit with something that he doesn't see coming.
Man, Martin, I have watched Martin briefly, and he is solid. I mean, he is a solid fighter. I'm not gonna say he get washed out. I just think that, I don't know, man. I just see Joshua being more athletic and better, like JG said.
I don't think, and that's the thing. I think because of his physique, we just look at Joshua and think, wow, man, this dude's strong. Which is, he's strong as shit. But if you look at Joshua's feet, he's lacking in that category, especially considering who he's facing in Martin, which Martin's feet, to me, is much better. And he gets robotic at times. Joshua gets robotic at times, like
true. My big thing is I don't necessarily believe. I'm not gonna say I don't believe. I'm skeptical of Joshua's chin. That's the only thing. And he seems like he can be taken apart mentally if I don't know, man. Maybe it's something.
Am I the only person that still had that White fight in my head? White caught him with some shit that he shouldn't have been getting caught with, and he stunned him a couple of times.
But you know another key though that is true. You know another key. I hope that Charles Martin trained like this was like the fight of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like his life
Yeah.
depended on it. Because Dylan White, yeah, but he started to gas and he was trying to get stupid. You know what I'm saying? Martin needs to be disciplined and focus strictly on what he was taught and what they went over in the training camp. You know, if he's in shape, then all bets are all off. You know what I'm saying? If he's in shape and can take a punch. That's what you worry about with any fighter. If they can take a punch, that's what any fighter walking this earth. And if he can take a punch, man, I mean, shit, it's gonna be a long night.
Everything I'm saying, for everything that I've seen with Charles Martin, I don't think the crowd is gonna be as big as a factor as people are gonna make. This man, and let's give him props, man. This is what a world champion does, man. You might want to call him papal champion or whatever, but the first thing, his first match, he's going overseas, challenging a dude that everybody's deeming as the future of this division. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing it to his house. I don't know whether it's a money thing or whatever, but if you look at the interviews, if you look at the gloves off, the gloves off thing, you know what I'm saying? When they sat down face to face and stuff, Charles Martin is not intimidated at whatsoever. He's not scared of Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua knows this. You know, Charles Martin is coming in here to win.
True. JG, real quick, what did you say this statement that caught your attention that Charles Martin said that made you? I don't know if it made you like pause, say like, oh well, you know, it might be a tougher fight for Joshua, but you told us in the CBT group message, I forgot what it was, but it was something that made me think like, damn, you know what? He really believes that he belongs here.
I think it was something around when he was like, you know, she mine, she ain't going nowhere. Like he treating that belt like his woman.
You said something like he said I walk this earth like I'm a god or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, dude. Look, dog. Like I mean, yo, I really liked it. I like people who, like, you know what I'm saying. Like he's putting himself in a different mindset, dude. He putting himself in warfare. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's a survival for him, and that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier. You know what I'm saying. He knows how big this is for him, and what T was saying, you know, for him to go over there his first defense, dude, he ain't going there just to, you know, drink some tea and have some crumpets or whatever the hell they do over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He came there for glory. You know what I'm saying? He came there to solidify that top spot. And you best believe if he win, guess who's gonna be sitting ringside? Tyson Fury. Yep, I want you next, chump.
And I mean, if he beat Joshua, and if Joshua is good as everybody say he is, I mean, dog. I mean, it's gonna be put up or shut. Man, it's really put up or shut up because y'all got me listening to y'all talk. Y'all got me thinking like, damn, Charles Martin, I should just go.
Fight. I've been saying it since they signed this fight. This is a 50-50 fight. I remember watching Martin on USA on Friday Night Fights back when they still had Friday Night Fights. I remember watching Martin not too long ago on PBC. I've been watching Martin for a minute. A lot of people are not familiar with Charles Martin. This is a 50-50 fight. It's down the line. And when I break this fight down, I think the main factor is gonna be Charles Martin's feet. Not the fact that he's a southpaw. It's gonna be his feet. And at times, like I said, when Anthony Joshua gets robotic in there, because he moves very robotic and he can be winded. We've seen that before. He carries his power through the rounds, but he does get winded. I'm telling you, I'm going 7th, 8th round, Charles Martin, TKO.
Okay. But let me ask you this question. Since you seem so high on Martin.
It ain't that I'm high on Martin. Don't get me wrong. It ain't, because both of them are young. Both of these guys are young. And they still got to – if this was like a Wilder or a Fury, I would pick Wilder and Fury over both of these guys right now. No question.
I don't know about Fury.
I might pick a Joseph Parker over either one of them right now.
Yeah, that's another discussion. He ain't fought nobody. Nobody.
Joseph with what he does. He's fluid.
He's sorry, man. He ain't sorry, but shit, I don't know. He fighting Carlos Tucker. We'll talk about that a little bit after this fight. He's stepping up.
Yeah, we gonna sit out, but that's gonna be a good fight though.
Yeah, that's gonna be a man. That's what we're gonna find out if he a man or a boy. Smooth Cat, go and jump in. Your thoughts on this fight? I know you've been ready to go. My bad. We know you've been wanting this. Let's go in.
Okay. This is the thing. The first thing I'm gonna say, and it was something Tavares was saying about Charles Martin's feet, and, and he was basically saying like Charles Martin is good on his feet. I disagree with that. I've seen a few of his fights, and Martin kind of has the feet kind of like what we say about Demetrius Andrade, how he got those feet. They too damn big and they get in his way. Charles Martin he has the feet like that, and his movements. He moves okay in the ring, but sometimes he like kind of amateurish mistakes. What I've been seeing from Martin. Okay, and with Joshua, the thing with Joshua is like you said, he can be a bit robotic at times. I agree with that. He really can. But I think one of the big keys to this fight is I think the crowd is gonna be dramatically involved in this fight, like unlike a lot of people think. I think this crowd, even though like I said, because when I watched the gloves off, I mean Martin. Hey, as I told y'all, because I was recording the voice clips for y'all and sending them to you. I said, man, he sounds he's confident in himself. He's very confident. But what I see is it's like you can have all the confidence in the world, but the skill disparity is. I don't even think his confidence. I think his confidence will allow him to trouble Joshua for a little while. But overall, I got Joshua by KO in 5. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if it's quicker. But the thing is, the main thing is, okay, not only does Martin throw a lazy jab, Martin also, when he throws the left hand, he pauses and watches you.
Mm.
He hits you can't that he'll be going up against. And I'll say this by far. Joshua, both of them will be each other's best opponents. But if we go back and we look at the Glasgow fight. I actually had Glasgow was he was doing good in that fight.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't in that fight.
No, man, I don't see it. I don't see that. I'm being honest. I'm being completely honest. I didn't see what Glasgow. He started to heat up a little bit, but no, the jab, the straight left. I mean, I can see confidence start to be taken away once he felt that power. I mean, he had an unfortunate knee injury, so we don't know how the rest of the fight would have went. But I'm telling you, from as far as what I've seen, nah, Martin impressed me in those 2.5, 3 rounds, whatever it was.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm worried about Joshua's chin. It don't matter how skilled you are. You can have all the skills you want. If you can't take no punch, it don't matter. You don't. It don't matter. You don't matter if you can't take no punch.
Right. I agree with that.
Now, I don't know about his chin. That's all I'm worried about.
Hey, I'm also worried about can Charles Martin really take a punch because, like you said, we seen Glasgow hit him in, and he got a little shook up. He wasn't far gone or nothing, but he got a little shook up by some punches. So my thing is Martin. He's like I say, he's big and he does have talent, but the talent disparity is too big for me. I can't even see his determination even really factoring in. I got Joshua. I think Joshua go knock him out cold.
I can't see how you say you don't see the determination, man. JG jump in, man. Any fighter that has determination and some skills, I mean, it's just, I mean, no, man. You can't never count out a determined guy. And this is the heavyweights we talking about. One punch, it don't matter if you're a big punch or not. One punch can end your life, end your career, end your life.
I see what he's talking about with Martin slapping that left hand, but I also remember Martin knocking somebody out with a slapping left hand. These are heavyweights, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to connect fully to knock you out. These are big boys in there, bro.
JG, man, jump in. JG, jump in.
And you know what's funny about heavyweights, man? It's almost like UFC where anybody can kind of get knocked at any point. And I hate to bring up MMA. But yeah, I mean, a slapping punch from a damn 300-pound man, probably is more than one of my straight right hands. So I'm gonna agree with y'all on that.
I mean,
But
like,
I mean, I don't know. Like, if I want to go back, I want to go back to something that you said, Big Cool,
mhm,
about. It was Big Cool. You and Smooth Cat, y'all were talking about. I guess y'all were kind of jockeying on who looked good in the fight between Glasgow and Martin. To
mhm.
me, neither one of them looked that good to me. I don't think that we really saw what we were gonna see out of that fight. I kind of felt like we were cheated. I don't think neither. I think yeah, maybe Martin was, maybe Martin was a little bit more sharper, but it wasn't that much more sharper. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they were still filling each other out before that knee injury kind of happened. But that's just
I,
my opinion.
I agree with that. My thing is like damn. That's why I'm excited about this fight. I got to make sure I'm in the house to watch it. I just feel that if if both guys are at their best, you got to go. I mean, you don't got to, but it depends on who you see as the better fighter. You got to go with Joshua, in my opinion. For me, speaking for myself, if both guys are equal, I'm going with Joshua. But if Joshua slips up, make a mistake, overgas himself, is too nervous, I start to hyperventilate or whatever it may be, and he can't control himself, then I mean that's like I said, all bets are off. But if Joshua, I mean if Martin allows himself to get bullied, you know what I'm saying, in those first 2 or 3 rounds, because we've seen it plenty of time. We've been watching boxing long enough to know when the underdog goes in there, you're supposed to try to set the tone from the opening round. And if you let the first 2 or 3 rounds go, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much over. History tells us that. So Joshua, I mean, Martin needs to go in there and how he's been talking, that's how he needs to fight. In a smart way, but he needs to fight in an aggressive, assertive way to let Joshua know that you slip up, you make a mistake, that's your ass, and I'm going back to America with my IBF title and some of your fans. And if you want a rematch, I guess you come over here to America and get it. But oh man, I mean, when you're dealing with a fight like this, it's hard. Two big guys who can punch at any time, man. The fight can be over, man. So don't if you're gonna watch it, sit down there and watch it in its entirety. Don't get up. Make sure you got everything you need with you, cause it's gonna be a hell of a fight. For however long it lasts.
Hey, agree. Hey, some else I kind of want to touch on that Tavares was saying about the Kevin Johnson thing. Now, Kevin Johnson was brought there to to build Anthony Joshua's his psyche. But I mean, that's still a big accomplishment for him to knock out Kevin Johnson. That was huge.
Man, don't get me started on Kevin Johnson, man. That man, he is talented, but he just one of those guys who you can say is a scary fighter. I mean, he was very don't just because he was good defensively don't mean a damn thing. It's like every fight he showed up not to get knocked out. I can't respect that, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't put no effort in to try to win it. He was just there to make you look bad, and it made him look bad because he didn't put no effort into fucking trying to win a fight. So it is what it
Okay,
is.
hey, now another thing, and something I want to ask all y'all. Out of Anthony Joshua and Kevin Johnson, who's fought the better competition in y'all opinion?
Who the better who?
The better competition.
Joshua. I mean, let me
I
check. Let me check. Martin. I'm not gonna
No,
front. I ain't gonna front like I not know. I just know Martin from when he fought Glasgow. I ain't about to front. Let me check his box record real quick.
who you say Tavares?
I don't know. I mean, like when you look at it,
Yeah,
I mean,
Anthony Josh. It's not close.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, my boy, but I gotta disagree strongly with you. I think I
I ain't
recognize two
saying I'm not.
names.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it ain't Joshua. I'm just looking at it, opponent to opponent.
Yeah. Okay. I get.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you what. Martin has got more experience, like Tavares was saying, because he got more rounds in. You know what I'm saying? Even if the opponents aren't as much, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be more equipped with this type of fight where it's 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Like if it goes a little bit longer than it's expected, Joshua hasn't been there. Martin's been there, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with that.
Man, like I said, man, if Joshua get knocked out, I ain't never believing no freaking heavyweight from the UK can be the face of boxing again. I mean, because we thought that with David Price, and if Joshua, who I believe is a head and shoulders above, better than Price, gets sparked out, don't even say Joshua's name no more. Nope, don't even say his name. I'm telling you, I don't care. Don't say his name. None of that, because I mean,
Man, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how you could lose and you lose so much? Like I can't like if he loses this, right? Where does he go from here?
he go. I mean,
Joshua.
I know, and it's crazy. Like when I say that, I don't mean to just say forget about him, because I mean, but that's what comes with it, man. And that's the
That's
world
his
you live in.
division. That's his
Yeah, that's
division
the
now.
world you
Yeah,
live in. You know what I'm saying?
but you
That's the
know
world
what?
you live in.
You know what? The heavyweight division is back, man.
Yeah.
People,
I've been saying that.
the heavyweight division is back. We was the Parker Tackman fight, man. I mean, we got
That's gonna be
Klitschko
some
Fury rematch. We got Povetkin Wilder.
Wilder.
Wilder gonna spark Povetkin if you ask
Yeah,
me.
he gonna. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to that fight. He
I
gonna
mean, we
spark that
got
motherfucker
so
something
many.
serious.
We got so many fights we can see in the heavyweight. Entertaining fights, big fights. We
Luis
ain't seen a
Ortiz out
heavyweight
there.
division like this in almost 20 years, man.
Still
This
got
is
Brian Jennings.
Yeah. You
I
still
mean,
got Brian Jones,
Molina.
out there.
Molina, who knocked out Adamek. You
And
got
let's not forget to talk about this. Everybody talking about how Deontay Wilder's been fighting bums. Well, two of the bums that he knocked out their opponents this weekend.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Hey, hey,
Robert
hey,
Helenius was another top prospect from Germany or from somewhere. They called him the neurotic nightmare. He ain't been the same since the shoulder injury. He got knocked out by the guy that Wilder fought before Glasgow. I mean not Glasgow, Spitzilla. So I mean they ain't bums. They just
hey,
unheard of. They
hey,
were just
hey,
unheard
hey,
of.
Fighting all these bums. Both of them bums went on the road and knocked out their opponents this weekend.
Them dudes was unheard of. JG, what you saying?
and here's the biggest fact. Here's the thing that nobody's talking about. Is Vlad still fighting or is Vlad still fighting? I mean, why is everybody forgetting about him, dude? He's still a big figure in the heavyweight division. Even what I'm saying, losing to Fury. He's
Glad
still
trying to
like
pull a Sugar Ray Leonard right now, man.
I don't know,
Glad
man.
trying to pull a Sugar Ray Leonard.
I think as soon as Vlad steps up with some motherfucker like some real N words, like you would say, JG, that's gonna fight and throw down. Wilder to Ortiz, he a Cuban N word, you know what I'm saying? We got Joshua the London N word. So I mean, once he step up with some guys, if Joshua will get by Martin, or Martin might be that guy that's gonna fight back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when we gonna see it. It ain't none of these Fury that's trying to hug and hold him and whisper sweet things in his ear. We talking about some
that's
guys
true.
that's ready to throw down. If he fight one of them guys, that Ortiz, Wilder, Martin, Joshua, somebody that's gonna come to fight, I mean, he gonna get down, he gonna stay down, because Wilder ain't gonna let you off of. I mean, let you up. Ortiz gonna get you. I mean, I imagine Joshua, he got a killer instinct. So, I mean, I hear you, JG. In the
But
last Wild, I mean,
Vlad has still knocked the sweat off your ass though.
that's if he throwing punches. You know, he looked like he couldn't pull the trigger no more. That's what he looked like.
Yeah,
He
but
couldn't
that's
do
also
it.
because he was fighting somebody else that was 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody's 6'9".
True, and then that's just his nature anyway. That's the nature of the beast, and because he really active against guys that's much smaller than him. So imagine a guy he got to punch up to get reach. So I see where you're coming from, but like I said, if he fight like that against some real N words that's looking to make a name for themselves or validate themselves, then he really about to be. We gonna be sitting there like, damn, we just seen the end of a real era. We thought the era was over when he lost to Fury, but it ain't
It, it's
really be
so
over.
it, it's so many
Huh?
styles, dude. That it's like if you look down the line, you can just say, okay, I see this person beating this person. For example, like I see Joshua beating Fury, but I see Fury beating Martin. You know what I'm saying? It's filled with that throughout this heavyweight division. Like so many styles make fight, man. It's gonna be very interesting to see who comes out on top when this is all said and done. This could be one of the greater eras of the heavyweight division. We just don't see it yet, but we will, I think.
Man, and this is the great thing, and it ain't nothing wrong with having a couple L's. Not to bring up the UFC again, or even back in the golden era, everybody fought everybody. So when you fight greatness in top competition, you gonna have L's, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
If you win your fair share of them, then you can't just be losing all of them. You get some respect, but you're gonna be like, you know what?
Lennox
Hey,
had L's. Lennox took L's.
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali took
ain't
L's. You
nothing
know,
wrong, especially
Joe
this
Louis,
early especially this early in their career. If either one takes an L right now, they can bounce back from it.
it
Period.
can't be
They
no
got to
brutal
bounce
L.
back with great. That's what's gonna make it great, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much. Damn, the heavyweight division is really back, man. It really is back. I mean, I mean, like so many fights. You still got Brian Jennings out there, who, he might not ever win a title, but he's still a guy. You got David Hay, who's back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Speaking of David,
And the Cannon Briggs.
Thank you. Why the fuck is nobody out here trying to make a fight with Shannon Briggs right now, man?
Shannon Briggs, man, fuck him, man.
If
I like
anything
Briggs.
else, Shannon
Yo,
Briggs
David
will
Hayes.
sell that fight, man. He will sell. You're gonna do big business if you make a fight with Shannon Briggs.
And that man
That
took a
whole,
big.
that whole Let's Go Champ thing, man. That's gonna help sell the fight. This dude is the best promoter in boxing right now because he's promoting himself. He got everybody saying Let's Go Champ, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
T, I'm gonna one up you on that too. If I'm Luis Ortiz and I can't get a fight, I'm fighting Shannon.
Get somebody.
Cannon.
Yeah, Shannon
Somebody
Briggs
needs to jump on this opportunity, man. This man is gonna get you paid.
and he gonna get himself killed. But hey, it's
It don't matter
you know.
as long as you get paid.
Yeah, I mean, Shannon Briggs. I hate to see it because he took. I remember watching that fight against Vitali. Man, he took a beating.
Yeah,
that referee should never be allowed to ref another fight. Like he took. I thought he was gonna die. Like he showed a chin though.
Shots, man.
Like when ain't no fight. I swear to God, man. I swear. Won't no fighter now take a shot, take continuously punishment from Vitaly Klitschko for 12 rounds. I mean, it was real. He was on the ropes taking beat. It wasn't like he was just in the center of the ring. I mean, he was taking beatings on the rope, leaned all the way back. I'm thinking, dude.
He literally cracked that dude's skull, bro. Like his eye, like he literally cracked that motherfucker.
That motherfucker was in the hospital. I know he pissed blood. I know he was just fucked. Dog, he fucked him up that night. It was ugly. I mean, it was a bad sight, man. And he fucked Shannon Briggs up. But hey, what do y'all think about the Lee Selby or Eric Hunter fight? That's a fight I really like. I think Hunter is from either Philadelphia or Texas. One of those two. I've been calling for the upset. I think Hunter gonna win. I called it from the moment. Dog. But from the moment, like 3, 4, 5 months ago, when I heard that he was the mandatory. I mean, he got 3 losses, Hunter do, but he one of those fighters like a B-Hop, not comparing him to a B-Hop.
He's sharp, man. I seen him one time on like a Fox undercard.
Yeah, let me clarify. He's not like B-Hop in terms of, you know what I'm saying, but like who have losses early, but they bounce back and make some of themselves. That's the type of guy he is. He can punch, he can box, he's got decent hand speed, he's confident. I should have got an interview with him because he's my Facebook friend. But I'll try to set that up after if he wins the fight or whatever. You know. But man, Selby good, but I think that Hunter gonna put something on his ass for real. I think Hunter gonna go.
And here's the funny thing: you might look at 3 losses and say something, but like I'm looking at boxing right now, and 2 of them is DQs.
See, there it is. You know, there it is. We don't know the circumstances to why those disqualifications happened, but really, he just. I mean, it's like a self-inflicted. You know, losses. So really, he whatever his record is and won. You know, from legitimately losing. So, man, that's on the undercard of Joshua Martin, by the way. So I mean, it's a lot of great action, man. Whatever we think about the HBO, main event, it has 2 very good, intriguing fights, and that Hunter, man, Hunter gonna be the fighter of the weekend. I'm telling you. Unless Martin win, but it's some great fight.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they went head to head pay-per-view card versus card, I would pick Charles Martin and Anthony Joshua's card all damn day of the week.
I would too.
Easy.
I would too, cause it's something fresh. Like y'all know, y'all hear me all the time say I don't want no rerun fights, and that's what we get. This the third time we seeing this Pacquiao Bradley fight, and I'm not knocking the undercard because that's intriguing as well. But when you got heavyweights, it trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? You got an American heavyweight taking on a UK heavyweight. I mean, both guys undefeated, cocky, powerful. You know, it's just gonna be a great weekend of action, man. I mean, man, the fight. But I know we looking ahead. I can't wait to that damn Wilder Povetkin fight, man. I can't wait to that one. That's the fight I'm most looking forward to. Uh, that's gonna happen in the next few months, and I'm just excited for that fight, man. And
Hey,
hopefully,
quick question.
yeah.
Hey, so, let's say Joshua win. Do y'all want to see Joshua versus Fury next, or do y'all want to?
Huh? What
I
you say,
said, do
Yes,
Smooth?
I
y'all want
do.
to
I
see
do want
Joshua?
to Joshua Fury.
Or who else you said?
Probably Wilder, Povetkin winner.
Damn Metro PCS, man.
Ain't
Oh
no Metro
man.
PCS. I feel Wilder.
But they're saying that's Metro PCS cutting you off. Oh man, I don't know. I hate watching Fury fight, man. I really do. I don't like dude. I mean, he
Man, I
funny
want to see
sometimes.
Fury Wilder. That's the biggest fight to be made
That's
in the
the
whole
biggest
sport
fight
of
ever made
boxing.
in the heavyweight division. Fury Wilder.
He said, "Nah, well, if they promote that thing right, that's the biggest fight in the boxing, though." Like JG said, like
Yeah.
honestly, man, you might call me biased. I think that it depends on when Wilder get Joshua. If Joshua passes, I think passes this test against Martin. I think Josh Wilder can pretty much knock out anybody in the heavyweight division. And I want to see how his chin holds up though. Just to, I think it's not as bad as people think it is, but I definitely want to see Fury get knocked out by Wilder. That'd be an epic build up. I would pay top dollar for that. I would, because I know Al Heyman bring his fighter against whoever promotes Fury against Hennessy or whatever it is, and against their top fighters on the undercard. I think that'd be a great fight if it took place in New York. I want heavyweight fights to get back to taking place in New York, the mecca. That's like the heavyweight boxing capital of the
Well, we
world.
need Martin to win then. We need Martin to win.
Yeah,
Straight up.
we need Wilder to win. We got two American champions, and we need both of them to win.
Well, yo,
But I
Martin
wouldn't
ain't
be
gonna
upset
win.
if Joshua won.
Huh?
I
I
wouldn't be
said
upset if
Martin
Joshua
ain't
won.
gonna win. So
No, I like Joshua. I ain't gonna be mad. I don't get mad at none of these. I mean, Povetkin will win. I mean, I'll be mad, but I mean, it's up to the fighters to be able to win. Unless he win by some controversy. But if he win fair and square, then that's just Wilder taking the L. I'd be mad about it. But I mean, you know, you can't knock him. People gonna clown him anyway for finally getting exposed, so to speak, which would be a false thing. But it seemed to me that the American heavyweight champions has been the ones. I mean, not knocking Vladimir because he's not a champion no more. We know he fought anybody, but I mean, they've been willing to fight whoever. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's proven it. You call them bums, but it's just like a plan. Is his plan has been in motion. Fighting whoever the best guys available, and gradually stepping it up against Eric Molina, then Spizilla, and now Povetkin in Russia. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to go. I mean, I guess he did have to go over there to fight him because this Povetkin's promoter won a purse bid, but I mean the American heavyweight champions have proven that they will go over their opponent's country and defend their title, man. And one thing people underestimate about Wilder is that he really dedicated to this sport. You always hear him say it. He don't play boxing. He take it serious. And anybody that's dedicated to anything and that has talent, it can go a long way. So and he possessed that ghost taker power or whatever I call him, body snatcher. Soul Snatcher, that's what it is. Soul Snatcher. When he knocked out Spitzel, I seen the dude from Mortal Kombat just got off. Like I just picture him got on top of the dude. And what's the dude?
Lucy!
What he say? Now what he say? Oh, you talking about from the game? No, what he say? What he say to him once they dead or something? He put his hand on his chest and say, "Some of your soul is mine" or something like that. That's what I seen. And I was like, yeah, that nigga's a Mortal Kombat character. But yeah, man. Smooth Cat, what you think about Hunter? Selby? 'Cause- 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 I guess Metro PCS is not letting them talk again. So, well, I wanted to talk about one more thing, man. Let me go to this. I seen it on the group and see in the championship rounds, man. I think y'all might know what I'm talking about if y'all in that group still in the group. Hold on, let me pull it up. Damn, what was it? It was Oh yeah, this what it is. That's what it is. What are y'all thoughts on this? Elton posted in the championship round a few hours ago. What are y'all thoughts on the ESPN's top 25 fighters of the last 25 ranking? I'm gonna go through them real quick, 25 through whatever. Uh, 25 is Terry Norris. 24 is Triple G. 23 Winky Wright. 22 Prince Nassim. 21 Miguel Cotto. 20 Roman Gonzalez. 19 Vladimir Klitschko. 18 Eric Morales. 17 Andre Ward. 16 James Toney. 15 Shane Mosley. 14 Joe Kazagi. 13 Marco Antonio Barrera. Number 12 Lennox Lewis. Number 11 Tito Trinidad. 10 Ricardo Lopez. 9 1 Manuel Marquez. 8 Sweet Pea. 7 Holyfield. 6 Oscar. 5 Chavez Sr., 4 Roy Jones, 3, 2, and 1. I guess it'd be Floyd, Manny, B Hop in whatever order. What are y'all thoughts on the list? I mean, once I seen Prince, once I seen Gonzalez and Triple G up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
you can see Gonzalez and Triple G on that list, but you can't see Timothy Bradley on that list.
Yeah. And with Tyson, I mean, I guess even with Tyson, I mean, I know he was overrated, but still, I mean, I want to know the criteria to how they came up with this list.
Look, come on, man.
The criteria is basically people who
you mean you can't tell me
they not.
You talking Dan Rafael? You can't see Andre Ward.
Nah, I don't think it's just Dan Rafael. It's Brian Campbell. I know he's a writer and some of them other Brian Malavi or whoever it is.
Karen Malavi, Brian Campbell. That's why I follow Michael Woods. Michael Woods, who used to work for ESPN, left ESPN because of the bias at ESPN. He straight up said it. He went on a Twitter war with his ex-co-worker Dan Rafael about the bias that's going on at ESPN. To think about all the names that they left off that list and the names that they put on that list, you know, that's a crying out loud shame. To have Triple G and El Chocolito on that list and no Timothy Bradley whatsoever, and just so many other names, like, come on, bro. The past 25 years. No call.
That Triple G, that Triple G, and hell, you can say barely Andre Ward. I mean, yeah, he great, but I mean, it's a rich history of freaking, you know what I'm saying, some great ass fighters that's done. I mean, yeah. Triple G, man, he can't. Triple G's resume the weakest one on this list, and I know that's for a fact. I don't got for a fact. JG, what are your thoughts?
Don't get me wrong. Kawasaki was great. Everything else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Kawasaki retired undisputed champion, 2 weight divisions. But if we're looking at a resume standpoint, you know what I'm saying? From a resume, you mean to tell me that he has a better resume than a couple of other light heavyweights and super middleweights in the past 25 years? Resume-wise.
Hell no, it ain't better than Chad Dawson's resume in light heavyweight shit. It probably might not even be better overall than his resume. I mean, if you talking about that, but I know Chad Dawson doesn't deserve to be on this list, but if you being real resume-wise, shit. I mean, I'm still JG, you there?
Like that list is bullshit, man. That's why I don't pay attention. ESPN, man. I don't watch ESPN. If it weren't for a few sports that are shown by contract by ESPN, I would totally disregard ESPN.
Me too. I'm just Triple G. That's a fucking fanboy put Triple G. They know he ain't for shit.
Nobody
compared to these guys
that looked at as to put him on a top 25 of the past 25 years.
His best win is David Lemieux, bro.
You know what's sad? What's sad is you make a list like that. We get on our platform and we basically shit on the list, but now we look like Triple G haters because we telling the truth about how we feel about Triple G being on this list. Which I'm far away from a Triple G hater. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Triple G hasn't done anything to be considered as far as like the top 25 fighters in the past 25 years.
Exactly. It ain't nobody hating on him, man. But I think that's what they do. They set it up to be like that. You know what I'm saying? They set it up for you to be a hater or whatnot. But dude, his resume ain't shit compared to. It's not even.
Nothing.
It's so bad you can't even laugh at it. You just cry when you just see his name with all these other guys.
You're talking middleweights in the past 25 years. You mean to tell me Triple G even gets considered?
Nope. His best win is David Lemieux. That's laughable.
I mean, like a Sergio Martinez. What about Sergio? Look at his resume at middleweight.
He beat Kelly Pavlik. He beat Paul Williams. He beat
Look at Kelly Pavlik. Look at Jermaine Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you try to base this off skill, then I can possibly see, but still in. Hold on, the last 25 years. Okay, we 2000 to the. Let's see, 19, 14, okay, I'm about to tell you. Smooth Cat, what the hell you got going on, man? I can't hear. Yeah, but man, yeah, that Triple G shit is.
25 years. We talking Michael Nunn too.
I mean, yeah, him, Body Snatcher.
Body Snatcher. We talking all these guys.
Bobby Hearns was still fighting, so he should be on the list.
James Toney. We talking James Toney.
James Toney, number 16 on there.
I'm just saying, like at middleweight alone, you know what I'm saying? We talking all these names within the past 25 years. 25 years. We go back 25 years. We talking what? 1991.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me Triple G is on this list?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm about to wrap it up, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Is the Prince on there?
Prince Nassim, number 22.
Prince Nassim. Let's see. Kevin Kelly should be on there. Kevin Kelly on there?
No. Nah, who all on there? Terry Norris, number 25. Triple G, number 24. Winky Wright, 23. Prince Nassim, 22. Miguel Cotto, 21. Roman Gonzalez, 20. 19 is Vladimir. 18 is Eric Morales. 17 Ward. 16 Tony. 15 Shane. 14 Kawasaki. 13 Barrera. 12 Lennox. 11 Tito. 10 Ricardo Lopez. 9 Juan Manuel Marquez. 8 Sweet Pea. 7 Holyfield. 6 Oscar De La Hoya. 5 Chavez Sr. Number 4 Roy Jones, which is bullshit. He should be higher probably. Number 3 is Floyd. I mean, they don't know, but I guess they assuming I guess they didn't release.
I ain't hear Barrera.
Nah, Barrera on there. Yeah, Barrera is number 13.
Barrera's on there.
Yeah, Marco Antonio Barrera. Or the shit. Knowing them, they probably talking about Sullivan Barrera. Shit. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, fool me.
I'm saying, like, since 1991, it's so many names that, like I said, I ain't hear Michael Nunn. I didn't hear a lot of names.
Body Snatcher not up there. I mean,
you know, it's ridiculous. 91. You got to think in 91, Sugar Ray Leonard, Hearns, Durant, all them guys were still active.
George Foreman, he not on there. I mean, he knocked out Michael Moore.
He was still active.
And then look, how's Roy number 4? I mean, he was dominant, and you got him behind.
You can go. David Tor was fighting in 91.
But I guess they said the top 25 of the last 25. I wouldn't put some of these guys on there. I mean, David Tor. I guess they say I don't know.
I'm just saying, like certain names that you have to consider, and to have no Andre Ward, no Carl Froch.
No, Ward is on there. Ward is number 19.
Ward is 19.
No, Ward is 17. He's 17.
Ward is 17. What about Carl Froch?
No. What about Mike Tyson? I know he overrated, but Mike Tyson.
Oh man.
No Mike Tyson. What? Who else is? Who else? I mean,
was Riddick Bowe on there?
Nope. The only heavyweight on there was Holyfield, Lennox, and Vlad.
No Vitali?
Nope. I was thinking of it. Had no Vitali.
That is bullshit. That was a bullshit list, dude.
Damn. You ain't got Julius Jackson on there? You ain't got Julius Jackson on there?
Like I said, we talking 1991 on to now. Come on,
That's the
man.
year I was born, 1991. The year I was born.
And you have Triple G. Like this is a list strictly for casuals.
Yep. Or people predicting what they think he'll be. Like, man, they've been predicting that since he made his debut in America on HBO, what, 3-4 years ago? Still ain't did shit.
This is a list strictly for casual fans. If you're a casual fan, this is the perfect list for you because you got name recognition. You know what I'm saying? Using it for name recognition as of now.
And how the hell you got Terry Norris? How you got Terry Norris ranked behind Triple G?
Exactly. The same. This is Terry Norris that beat Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah. Same one that fought but lost to Julius Jackson. This is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody on this list is a Hall of Famer except Triple G, in my opinion. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm going off of pros. I'm going off of pro. Everybody on his list is a Hall of Famer except Triple G. And people can say what they want to say, call me a hater all they want.
Triple G is no Hall of Famer. He's nowhere near Hall of Famer right now.
Nope. But man, I'm about to go and get up out of here, man. It's been a great hangout. Man, I don't know. I doubt we do one Saturday night, but we got some big fights coming up next week. We got Spence Algieri, so we'll do a hangout on that. Is the young gun ready to, step up with the KG veteran? Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the Anthony Durrell interview me and Elton did this past Saturday night. It should be up this week. Go to YouTube and check out John JG's exclusive sit-down interview with Sam Watson in Washington, D.C. It was about a 5-minute interview, but it was a great interview. He gave JG, as well as us and anybody else can relate, some great news some good advice and motivation on how to, move up in life. If you're not happy, don't get, stagnant and content. Go ahead and move up and chase your dreams. So check out that content. Check out this hangout when it's uploaded later tonight. We got some more stuff coming to you this week. Like I said, Anthony Durrell interview will be up. He talks about the crisis in Michigan, the water situation, as well as what it feels like to be fighting on the same card as his big brother Andre Durrell. His opponent is Caleb Truex. We're going to try to get an interview with him next week, so just stay tuned. And until next time, we out. Peace.